Hello? Is this thing on? Is this thing on? That bit would work if this wasn't a video podcast.
No, dude, what are you doing?
Welcome back to the Warm Seltzer podcast, everybody.
Hello.
We missed last week because we're unprofessional.
Stupid idiots.
But we're back. I forgot to do the show. Airplane food. Am I right, ladies and gentlemen? Fuck.
Yeah, play the TikTok.
So just going on my phone, scrolling through like Instagram reels. Let's just do that.
Yeah.
What's the first one?
Screen record it. We're gonna do live reactions.
Yeah, let's. Okay. Appears to be a woman dressed as Mrs. Incredible. Almost dying rock climbing. That's the first reel on my phone. And I'm going to like it.
I like that one.
You like that one?
I liked it.
Okay. God. We didn't do the show for a week, and now I feel like we don't know how to talk. We're just
lost it
fucking
immediately.
aliens. Speaking of aliens.
What about aliens?
So I was working the other day.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I mean, this bit doesn't work anymore because you already know what I'm going to say. But whatever. We pre-practiced this bit. I got a standing ovation from the two other people in the room.
One of them, me.
Yeah. I was working the other day, and I guess I won't just say what I do just in case. But it's a service. No, that's a bad word. Food service job. That's the word.
There it is.
And a lot of people come in, a lot of different looking. Well, not different actually. A lot of the same looking people, but the ones that look different, they stick out obviously because they're different. So this lady walks in. She's an Asian woman. I won't say Chinese. Because I don't know, but maybe. Anyway, a woman comes in. She's an Asian lady. And, I notice what she looks like as I'm taking her order. And, is it racist to say that she looked like an alien? Like a big gray alien? She was really tall. She was very slender. Had very odd proportions. She had a big bulbous head. And she got big old eyes. I was going to say something horrible. I wasn't going to say what you think I was going to say. She had big eyes. And they were totally black, and she had gray skin. No. But that was my first thought. I was like, wow, that if there was any... You know how people say, like, aliens are walking among us? If there was any person that was that, I would put my chips on that lady being the one.
I'm going to vote that is not racist.
It's not racist? I'm not saying all of them.
Just that one.
Just that one. That one lady.
Just that one woman look like an alien.
Although, and it's not just... I've seen people that look like aliens, too, that aren't Asian.
Yeah.
It's not just an Asian thing. It's just this happens to be this one lady. Yeah, so that's interesting. That was a fun thought to have. I made myself laugh at work thinking about that. I was cackling like a crazy person. Like, coworker was like, what are you doing?
Make the food.
Yeah, make the food. Shut up and make the food, please.
Just laughing to yourself.
Yeah.
Totally stop working too.
I do that. I was gonna say I do that a lot. I don't. I don't have any thoughts running through my head at work most of the time.
Just autopilot.
It's weird, yeah. I've never had my brain just stop working more than when I'm at this job. It's very mindless.
Yeah.
Gets me in trouble sometimes because I'll drop someone's food on the floor and then just without a hesitation just pick it back up and put it on the table. And then they're like,
keep making it.
yeah, they're just like,
is that mine?
yeah. Are you gonna fix that, or am I gonna?
Are you gonna grab a new one?
Is that my? Am I gonna have to take that from you? Oh, sorry.
Oh, my bad.
My bad. I'll make you a new one. Drops the second one too.
And still keeps making that one.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Oh, you want another new one?
Oh.
No, we can't do that. You want 3 sandwiches for the price of one?
Oh.
As if it's not your fault.
If it dropped on the floor, it's free. Says no one in the store. Says me.
It's free for me.
If you come in when I'm working, I'll just give you free food. I promise. If you ask, if you say you're a fan of the podcast,
if you manage to find where he works,
where I work, where I live, who I am, and if you happen to watch the show, I will give you free food. I will do that for you. I don't care if my boss.
That's a promise.
That's
and
a promise.
This excludes Danny.
Yeah, this excludes anyone we know. That's bullshit. But if you're
Danny,
a stranger, even if you're a friend of a friend, I'll give you free food. If I don't know you by name, or if I've never seen you, just if I've never seen you before in my life, I will give you free food if you come into the store. If you find out where I work and come into the store, you have to tell me though. You can't just demand free food when you walk in. I saw that episode. Give me the bacon, egg, and cheese.
There's a hint.
The fucking Ocky way. Can I get a bacon, egg, and cheese between 2 slices of pound cake with Munster cheese?
Munster cheese.
And lettuce, tomato, mayo, onion, pepper on a foot long, please. Sure. What the? I hate those videos.
I like.
What a horrible way.
I want to eat all of them.
What a horrible way to start your morning.
Oh yeah, the worst.
Can I get a BLT between 2 honey buns, please? The Ocky way.
I want a bacon, egg, and cheese between 2 snowballs dipped in hot chocolate.
The snowball sounds kind of good.
It does, right?
But I just like snowballs.
Me too.
But in the morning, the first thing you eat is a disgusting deli sandwich. A regular deli sandwich, whatever. It's not good for you, but at least it's not morally wrong.
Bacon, egg, and cheese on French toast,
even that's too much
in,
to me. But if you have to pick out fucking the snacks you get at 3 a.m. when you're drunk onto the table for breakfast, and tell them to
you're
put
in a rough spot.
Tell them to put eggs and cheese and bacon in between them, and then sell it to you for $14. Just don't do it. Just don't do that.
Rethink what you're doing.
Or just get something else.
Get
on the menu,
sandwich,
maybe.
Yeah.
Unless you're doing it for a video. If you're doing it for one of those videos, I guess. Do anything. I would pick up grab a pigeon off the street and be give it to them. Be roast this for me. On the Ocky way.
Please.
Please.
Hold it by the neck. You fucking chicken.
It's a different kind of video. It's one of those found footage horror movies.
It's all on CCTV. It's
Do you guys do this?
Deli cat, anyone?
See? That's a free snack.
What would be, if you were going to do one of those
what would be my
sandwiches,
order?
what would be your order?
I don't know, man. Who gives a shit? That's a great podcast segment. Dude, what would you do? Shut up.
Fuck you.
Shut I don't
the
care.
fuck
No, I don't know, man. I'd probably if there were cameras in my face in the morning when I'm getting deli food, I'd probably just seize up and just right now, when I'm doing a podcast. I don't know. I feel I don't know what would strike a good balance of like fun for like the camera and like something I'd actually want to eat. Because I don't want to spend like $15 on the sandwich.
I would do the most disgusting thing. I
Yeah, but
think.
would you?
I would, and I would.
Does that mean like, oh, I would get like zingers?
Zingers.
I love zingers. Finish it. Finish the line. It's like a Mad Lib. Finish it. We'll bleep it out. It's okay.
No.
Pussy. No, yeah, I would do like I would like make them like deep fry a Twinkie with like a hot dog in it. Put it on like a hero sandwich with like lettuce, tomato, mayo. And then bake that at like 450 degrees for an hour, and then
For an hour.
yeah, I'd bring like a little lawn chair to the deli and like sit down for a while, bring a magazine, like I'm fishing. Bring my tackle box. Get ready for the morning, you know. Get ready for my food.
Gotta get there at like 6 a.m. So
And then
it's
what
ready.
they give me just like a black sandwich, just
Yeah.
totally burnt,
Just cold.
awful, like it's just straight
They
carbon.
just scrape it off of the oven.
Yeah, like they forgot about like, oh fuck, this guy's sandwich is in the oven.
They set a 1 hour timer.
Yeah. Just black. You like crack it open to eat it. That's probably what I would do.
I like that.
Or I would ruin the segment. Just be like, hey, can I get like a turkey sandwich, please? You don't want it the Ocky way, boss? No.
No, I'd mayo.
I just want a sandwich, please.
Some Swiss.
I gotta go to work. Can I get my sandwich?
Please.
What would be your order? What'd you do?
I just thought about this and I
Mhm.
want to eat it.
Okay.
Like now. I'm in the mood for that.
Okay.
So I would get 2 of the iced honey buns
Mm-hmm.
as like the bread to my sandwich.
Yeah.
It would be a bacon, egg, and cheese with sriracha
Yeah.
with the honey buns.
Mm-hmm.
And I would get on the bottom side of each honey bun some grape jelly,
Mm-hmm.
and then on top like some caramel drizzle with like, and you crush up like the spicy Doritos on top. That would be my order.
And you would eat that.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
That sounds delicious.
That sounds good to you?
Yeah,
Like
that sounds-
genuinely,
that-
that's like a
that
thing you'd
sounds-
eat?
I would probably eat that more than once.
More okay. Well, no, you'd have to try it.
Well, yeah, I'd have to try it, but I would
Obviously.
assume that I would like it, and that I would keep getting it.
Okay. Well,
I'm gonna make that. I'm gonna.
that's been the Warm Seltzer podcast. Just end the show from that. It's a disgusting sandwich.
No, we can't keep.
We have to
going.
make that now. You know that, right?
Yeah,
we got to
we
make that like
gotta-
a bit, like a live. Like if we do, I guess I said this last time. If we do a Patreon at some point, we'll make that like a Patreon only video.
I'll add that to my notes.
You should write that down.
I will.
I don't even remember what the fuck did you just say.
So it's 2 iced.
I got the iced honey bun with like
jelly
hot sauce and jelly.
with bacon, egg, and
Which
cheese
is
in
like
the middle.
already like the feeling you'd have in your stomach, like the
Oh, it would kill
the
me.
cauldron pot, like the witch's
Yeah.
cauldron pot in
Yeah,
your
it's-
stomach.
It
Holy
would-
shit!
Yeah, it would.
Be
It would be
bubbling.
like toxic.
Be like purple sludge.
But I feel like it would taste good.
I don't know if that's true.
To me, it would. Taste
Hot
good.
sauce and jelly.
Well, because there's bacon, egg, and cheese in there, so I feel like that would balance that.
Yeah, but
out.
you don't really get like. I feel like the hot sauce would just like melt, like acid, like everything else on that sandwich, other than the eggs. Like the honey bun, it's like a perfect like straight
Yeah,
line
it's-
through the fucking sandwich.
It's like grill marks.
No shit, you would actually eat that?
Yeah,
Like for like not the show, you would do that?
yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, I'd try it out. There's no guarantee I'd like it, but
I mean, I'm sure even the guy there would just be like, "What?"
he like deletes his TikTok.
No,
done.
he just like kicks you out. He's like, "No,
Just
we're
get
not
out.
doing that, buddy." He talks in a normal
I
voice
don't know, I've
like
seen
this.
some pretty like insane shit on there.
I haven't seen too many. I just saw the couple with like the piece of pound cake, and I'm like, "This is disgusting."
I've seen some
I think
gross
I
stuff.
think I disliked it. Maybe that's why I don't get recommended.
Yeah, you're like, no, please.
I also don't think they're popular anymore, right? They don't like.
No, it's
don't
been
really-
like a few years of this happening, so I feel like they
Oh,
kind of
okay.
died.
Is it one store that does it? Is it that
It's
guy?
usually the same
Sure, sure. That guy.
Yeah, that's the only one I've seen.
Okay. Yeah, I couldn't imagine watching one of those and being like, "That's cool."
I think
I wish like people who don't live in the city, who are like people from upstate, be like, "Oh, I wish
I wish
I
I could do that.
wish I could
God.
go to my local deli and order French toast, but not French toast with pancakes and maple syrup with eggs in the middle of them. Just make it at home." I don't
Yeah.
understand. I guess I'm biased obviously because I live here, but I don't get why so many people are like want that culture of like going to the corner store and buying a sandwich.
I get it. I get a specific
Do you?
kind of feeling when I like wake up early and get like
I just get annoyed.
bodega breakfast.
I wished I lived in like the Midwest where like I drive to like a Wawa for breakfast and just I don't have to talk to anybody. I could just like
Yeah,
hit a button on a vending machine.
that would be
and
nice.
Out spits my sandwich.
There it goes.
Like I hate it every time when we lived near one. Like I dreaded like especially the morning because it's fucking busy. And I'm standing there like waiting, and then like they yell at you for leaning on the glass. If you lean on the glass, like first thing in the morning, you're getting yelled at. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, sorry, okay, can I get it? Yeah, then you say your dumb shit, way too unhealthy order in the morning, and you just feel like shit. You gotta wait there
It
for
always
like,
takes a while.
for like 15 minutes. You
Yeah.
just have to. Half asleep. You ordered your coffee, but the guy's got like 15 other coffee orders like ready to go. He's like having a panic attack.
Yeah,
Just sucks.
I feel like we lived in a more populated area though.
Yeah, but like that's because everyone loves that idea of like
Yeah.
going to the deli and getting your breakfast sandwich.
But I feel like here now, like the deli over there.
Well, this is a different. This is like a nice
Yeah, like I feel
like
like, we
family
wouldn't have
neighborhood.
That issue.
The food there sucks. Also,
It's not great.
no, it's not. They also stopped selling hot food after like 4:00.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get that. I don't get that why people want that. But you know.
When I was you know when I was doing construction,
Mm-hmm.
I would in the morning get like a deli sandwich and the deli coffee.
Yeah.
And there was a specific feeling. Maybe it was just because I was doing construction and I felt like an adult.
Well, that's like I guess a lot of people like routine, so that's why they like it.
Yeah.
Like they like waking up, going somewhere, going back home, or going to work.
'Cause that's the first time I've ever had a routine like that.
Yeah, I don't at all.
You don't like
I
routine?
hate having it makes me feel as meaningless as I am.
Yeah.
Just doing the same thing every day.
Eventually that got to me. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's miserable.
It is. Eventually that got to me. But also, too far on the other side sucks too. When your life is too sporadic.
Yeah, we're like, you gotta find a good. Well, I don't know actually. I was gonna say you gotta find a good balance, but honestly, I don't.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that.
Living a horribly chaotic. It's kind of fun sometimes,
Sometimes.
especially when you have a lot of money.
Yeah, but if you don't, it sucks.
Yeah, when you're poor and like you don't have any like drive. I guess it's just being homeless.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're not that, so we're not that bad.
Yeah, we're not there.
We're
yet.
doing this obviously, so we have some motivation to do something with our lives. Talking to two microphones.
Yeah.
We didn't even mention the fact that we're stuck in a can. Has it gone away? Has the feeling gone away?
I think we just accept it.
Does this
now.
feel like
Yeah,
home?
This is just where we're at.
That's nice. I've thought about that of like being trapped somewhere. Although I always think about it alone. I never thought about it with another person. But being trapped somewhere, just like actually, I think I just blow my brains out immediately.
Immediately?
I think so. Because I don't want to get to the point where I'm like losing my mind. I'm too weak.
You wouldn't even give it like a few days?
No, I think I would have to know that it's for sure like I'm not leaving. feel like you could figure that out in a day.
I don't know.
Cause like, think about it. Like you like the classic, like you wash up on an island, right?
Yeah.
Take 15 steps into that jungle. What are you doing in there? You don't have any skills. You don't know how to camp or fish. Well, I guess fish. Everyone knows how to fish. You don't know how to hunt or make a trap. I'm saying not you specific, just people in general, but you too. You wouldn't last a week. What's the point of even trying? Just end it. End your life. Because if it's either going to be dehydration that's going to get you, or starvation, or an animal. Animal's probably the last thing. Animal's going to be the last thing that happens. Probably. You'd probably just die you'd probably just be a piece of shit pussy, just like, like in a fetal position, like dead on the floor. And no one's going to find you. Just kill yourself. That's my advice to anyone.
In any situation.
No, don't do that. We don't advocate suicide on this show unless it's funny.
Unless it's funny.
Unless it's for a good reason.
I feel like I'd
like
try
taxes.
to like taxes. I gotta do my taxes.
Yeah.
I feel like I'd try to survive a while on the island.
Yeah, like I'm talking all this shit like, oh, I'd definitely kill, but there's no point. But yeah, I'd be like one of those losers like, no, I can do it.
I can.
Like,
Yeah.
if I was actually in this situation, I'd be like, I can figure it out.
I know how to do.
And then I'd die like immediately. But
Well, yeah, I probably would.
I would try. Like in real life, I would try.
I feel like if we were able to find water,
Mm-hmm.
we'd probably last a while.
I guess.
Like fresh water.
Well, if it's the both of us, I think I'd just wind up eating you.
Okay.
Like immediately, like not immediately.
Immediately, you're still full from like the flight.
Yeah, like we're like, oh, dude, like where are we? I just eat. I'm just like munching on your leg, just.
Haven't even registered.
Like, dude, what the fuck? We haven't even been here for like 15 minutes. Jesus. Let's like walk around first.
We're just at like a resort. We're not even.
Yeah,
like,
we're
that
just
stranded.
like I just fell asleep. I'm like, oh, we're on an island. I have to kill you. Like, Sailor, look behind you. There's a waitress with our drinks. Oh, no way. Yeah. I don't know. I'm sure some fucking loser would be like, I would find the highest point on the island, and I would shine my phone. If I have my phone, I'd shine the mirror. I'd use it as a mirror and signal for help, and then I'd get off the island.
Yeah,
isn't that the item you should bring on a deserted island, like a mirror? Isn't that the first thing you should bring?
Yeah.
It's a signal for someone.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like that's not true.
It's probably not, but
I feel like that's
it makes
not,
sense.
Like, also, who found that out?
Someone who shown a mirror.
Like, how many people have we found in real life from a guy signaling with like a mirror?
Probably none.
Well, no, I'm sure.
Maybe
I'm sure it's like a couple.
You mean like ever, or like in recent
ever,
times?
like in the history of humanity?
A
There's probably
few.
been like 3 times.
Yeah, a few times.
Because you know what? The rest of them are dead.
Yeah. They're
because we
gone.
didn't find them. Right? Government, are you telling us this, right? Like, that's always the dumbest part of any of those like war movies where they're like stranded for a while. You know, you get that scene where like they're on the boat just yeah, they're all just dying, and like one of them's like and then they get saved. It's propaganda.
I guess depending on where you are in the world, that changes some things.
What do you mean?
Because there are certain places where more planes are likely to fly overhead.
I guess. Well, it's more likely now, I guess, in modern times because there's just so many planes in the sky.
Yeah.
Like when, like 70 years ago, I'm sure it was like if you were stranded, you'd die.
Yeah, you're dead.
Although I don't know, this is the stupidest conversation. There weren't even planes
There
like
were
70 years ago. What am I talking about? What am I saying? 70 years ago wasn't even that long ago anymore.
No.
It's like 1950. fucking grandfather was alive 70 years ago. What am I talking about? There weren't even like
there were no planes.
Flying
We
in
didn't know
the
how to
sky
fly yet.
God, I'm spitting all over my microphone. Oh boy. It would be kind of cool to like, cause like to eat someone guilt free. Cause like I feel like that's the only point in anyone's life where like if you decided to eat a person, like if you're stranded or whatever, if you decided to eat a person, no one would judge you for it. If you like got out and lived to see like real life again.
Yeah, I guess
Like
so.
if you ate a person, like everyone would be like, you know
He did
what,
what he had to
you
do.
did what you had to.
Yeah.
You survived, and that's the important thing. Like no one ever remembers the guy who got ate.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny, right? Like that guy's just food. Then even in regular people's head, there's like, oh no, he was just a meal.
He
now.
was the food.
We don't have, he's not a person.
He was there to feed the other guy.
Yeah, that's like obviously that's not how you think about it, but subconsciously they're like, oh no, that's just that was his meal. That's
Yeah.
what he survived on.
That's what he had to do.
So like if I had the option, I feel like I'd take that opportunity to eat a person.
I guess so.
Would
Yeah.
you? Like in real like not in this fucking stupid scenario, but like there was this Reddit post a while ago. Not a while. I watched a Wang video about this. This guy had his foot amputated for whatever reason, and he decided to keep it. Or like he stole it because I don't think you're actually supposed to take. You're not supposed to give them the amputated body parts, but he stole it, and like him and like 8 of his friends wanted to eat it because they're like, when are we gonna get the opportunity to eat a person? I don't know if this is real, but this was just like an internet story for a while, and like they cooked the foot. They like got like a chef to give them a recipe for like feet tacos. And apparently they ate the foot. I feel like I'd be part of that group of people. I think I'd say yes to that party.
Yeah, I think I would join you on
The
that.
foot eating part. Oh, that's a different kind of party.
That's
The foot meat digest. There's no. It's not a sex thing. I promise. Mom, I'm literally going to eat this guy's foot. Like it's not. I promise.
No,
it's
seriously.
not a weird thing.
We're gonna eat it. We're gonna cook it and eat it.
I would do that. I think
Yeah, I
some
think
guy's
I
foot.
would.
Although I wouldn't eat it from like the jar that they put it in, because like when they put amputated part, they put it in like a solution so it doesn't like
Yeah.
spoil or whatever. And I think that shit's like toxic. I wouldn't do that. I would want it like freshly cut off the foot. You know, like when you hunt a deer and you fucking put it in its right between its soulful eyes. And you bring it home, the meat's still pulsing in your fucking hand, and you fucking eat that shit. I would want that, brother. Like that.
I don't know a situation where you'll get that.
You come in tomorrow, I just have no foot. There's blood everywhere. I did, Justin.
We're eating good tonight.
I did something. I did something bad, Justin, please.
I feel like
Call the hospital.
I don't know if you'd get your foot fully chopped off before you're like.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not like a movie.
Before you're like, oh wait.
Yeah.
I feel like you'd get like a centimeter in
Yeah,
and be like,
I wouldn't have the wherewithal to actually cut my own foot off with like a saw or something. I'd get like 2 pumps in. I'd be like, oh!
yeah, I feel like you'd stop pretty immediately.
Be like, oh god, fuck,
why did I do this?
fuck! Just screaming at the top of my lungs. You're going up the stairs, you hear it from like the bottom floor, like, oh Jesus, what is he doing?
I told him not.
This guy's cutting off his foot for dinner. That's what this guy's doing. I kind of want to walk in on you one day, just like in serious agony, and just like see what predicament you've put yourself in. You used to do some crazy shit in the old apartment.
What do you mean crazy
Like,
shit?
there was one time where you were like fixing your desk in your old room, and you had like not joking, like 350 pounds worth of like tanks on the desk, and you were like fixing the leg, and then it gave out on you, and you held up the desk with like your back while you put the leg back.
Yeah.
I'm like, Justin, that's death. Like, that
that will
right
kill
there,
you.
that was like you facing death. And you survived, but like the next time that happens
I did that multiple times.
is like death. You can't do that.
I've
Like everyone's
So
asleep
for-
when you're up. No one comes in your room when your alarm goes off because it's just always on.
it's just always going off.
There's no excuse for anyone to come in except for me when I want to fucking play video games in 3 weeks.
For context, I had like one of those big L-shaped desks, and I had a bunch of like reptile like glass and melamine
I think they got it. I think
tanks on top,
yeah.
and they were all stacked very ambiguously on top.
Well, just they were stacked on the desk.
And
They
yeah,
were crushed to
multiple
death.
times I've lifted the entire table with everything on it to move it around,
Yeah.
and just like carry it
whatever
on my
reason.
back. Because I didn't want to take everything down and move it. I just wanted to do it all in one go.
Yeah, so I just want to risk my life to
Yeah.
rearrange.
Well,
my
I didn't
room a
do.
little
I
bit.
still had the legs on, so if it did fall, it would have just stopped.
But
at
the thing is,
floor.
it did fall.
Well, yeah, the one time I was taking off the legs, that was a different.
It did
story.
actually fall.
It did.
On you,
It did
though.
actually fall on me once, but I saved it.
Anyway, so yeah, you do that shit. So I just want to see you one day with like, I don't know, like the ceilings collapse and you're like holding it up like Spider-Man, like. Sailor. Like that scene in what is it, RoboCop, where he's like holding the weight up on like or not RoboCop, I forgot the movie. It's like a scene of like the guy like is holding a weight on like before below a bomb. He's like, I can't you hold it on. I feel like you'd put yourself in that kind of situation.
Yeah, I probably would.
Somehow there's a landmine in the apartment and you're playing with it.
Don't move.
Yeah, you like put your hand on it, you're like, wait a
I always managed to get out all right.
yeah,
So
I guess.
so far,
Oh, I don't know if like what your situation physically is. I would say all right, but
yeah,
you know, you're alive
I'm still alive. So
somehow.
I shouldn't be probably.
Yeah, well, you really shouldn't, but you know, I won't. You know, knock on wood. Or the can. Yeah. You have no idea how to transition from
No,
topic to topic. We don't really have anything planned.
we don't. I almost died today.
I was watching there's this new show out called The Hive. Or no, fuck, I'm an idiot. Swarm, that's what it's called. Well, you'll see why I got confused. It's a show.
It's close enough.
It's a thing directed by Childish Gambino, Donald Glover, whatever you know him as. It's like semi-based on true events and real life people. Basically, did you remember the lady who killed herself to the Beyonce Lemonade like music video album thing? Marissa something. Anyway, there was a lady who like committed suicide watching that video, that movie, because it's like a visual album in 2016, and the show is based on it. Well, not really. They take that idea and they make something else into it. Basically, the show is Marissa, the one who killed herself. Her friend Dre is like autistic, sort of neuroatypical lady who was obsessed with this Nyjah character. It's Beyonce. Maybe legally. I mean, in the show they had to like change all the names, so maybe legally for I don't give a shit. Beyonce, Nyjah, whatever. That she's obsessed. Marissa and Dre are obsessed with this character, right? Anyway, whatever, things happen. Marissa kills herself in the show, and her friend Dre, the weirdo one, decides to start spoilers, I guess.
Spoiler alert.
We're gonna talk about this show. He hasn't seen it. I have. She kills Marissa's ex-boyfriend, and the rest of the show is her going on like a killing spree in the name of Nyjah, this superstar music character. It's an okay show. It's all right.
It sounds terrible.
It's not. No, it's the first episode and the 6th episode are the best episodes. Billie Eilish is in it. She's like a cult leader. That's kind of fun. She's not a bad actress. What I wanted to talk about is just like the show does something really cool in the first episode where it portrays like a person on the spectrum in a way that isn't like overtly hostile and like cartoonish.
Right.
Until she starts murdering people. I'll get to that. But yeah, like it's interesting to see a character, also a black woman, portrayed in a way that isn't overtly just like it's refreshing. Have you seen that movie Music by Sia?
Not by Sia?
Sia, the singer, the Australian.
She made a movie.
She made a movie. Yeah, you don't know about this? This
no.
is way more interesting to talk about. Yeah, Sia made a movie called Music with that dancing and the girl who's in all her music videos.
Right.
Maddie Ziegler. She stars in the role, the main character, as an autistic girl who always has headphones on, and it's like her story, right? And like her fucking mom dies or whatever, and her deadbeat sister has to take care of her. Like classic sort of Rain Man kind of, unintentional like buddy kind of movie where they both learn from each other, right? It's like one of those kind of shitty fucking movies. Anyway, but I swear to God, the whole movie is Maddie Ziegler going. I swear, this is not. I'm not making fun of her. She's not actually autistic or neuro, whatever the fuck. She's a regular person, and she's just shaking and acting like a retarded person, like a someone with like Down syndrome and AIDS and
it's just all of them.
Just like it's hard to watch actually.
Yeah, it sounds it.
Like it's funny at first because you're like
what is she
what
doing?
is even I don't even get what this movie's supposed to be, because it's just supposed to like I don't know. And and intercut in the movie there's these like musical numbers, because music, also the character, the autistic character, her name is Music.
Her name.
Her name's like Music something. She has a last name.
What's her last name? Notes? Like what?
Yeah. Music banger. Rap music. I'm gonna call my kid Rap Music. Damn, son, where'd you find this? That's my kid's name. And you gotta say it like that too.
Yeah, it's pronounced like
that. You gotta do the voice. Excuse me, your name has an exclamation point in it. Anyway, yeah, so her name is Music. So Music, fucking so stupid. Music has musical numbers like in her head. Like this is how she sees the world. That's what eventually you find out, you get, is like, yeah, apparently music sees the world in like these very abstract, like colorful shapes, and everyone's like singing and dancing, and it's like, I think Sia just thinks like autistic people, retarded people, anyone with a disability is all lumped into just the same person.
It's all the
and
same.
It's that. Like
thing.
She sees all people with disability as Maddie Ziegler in Music. It's the most fundamental misunderstanding of a type of people I've ever seen in my life. And you're supposed to feel for her too. The whole movie's like sappy bullshit. Like, oh, they start to get poor, and the fuck up sister is in love with like the landlord or something. Like, I don't know. It's a fun movie. Anyway, this new thing, Swarm, is fun because in the first episode, at least, they don't portray it like a giant caricature until they have the special needs person just start murdering people, because that's what they do, I guess. The whole show is like a very easy message of like, oh, like, you shouldn't, idols are like bad.
Don't look up to anybody.
Basically, the theme of that is like, or like Beyonce specifically, they really have a hard on for her because, you know, granted, I think she's a piece of shit. I don't know. I don't know anything about the Carters really. I assume that they're bad people. The Carters, the Jay-Z's.
The Jay-Z's.
But yeah, my whole problem with the show is like it could have been really interesting where after Dre, the special needs person, her friend dies, or her sister. It's kind of weird. Like it could have just been a show about like how does someone like that deal with loss, and they kind of try to talk about that by having her murder people is like her coping, but I don't know, it never goes far enough either, like with the murders, because they're supposed to be like this big gory, you're supposed to feel like bad about it, but most of the murder is just like her hitting people with like a stick or something, or shooting people. And I feel like if you had the scenes more like grotesque and disgustingly violent, like it would be more effective. But you're kind of just watching it and like, okay, she's
killing someone.
She's killing someone for seemingly no reason. I mean, you don't really. Yeah, I don't know. Like I liked the show when we finished it, but then like the more I kept thinking about it, I was just like, this kind of sucks.
Actually,
it's not.
Fuck this.
It's not that good. I mean, there's some good scenes, but yeah, I don't know. I guess it could have been for me. I guess I don't have like. I'm not super interested in the whole culture of like the Hive. You know, Beyonce's like rabid fan base, because I know they're insane. I've heard. I don't really know anything about it. I'm just not super interested in that whole narrative. So I clung on to the idea of like this character, because they do her really well. And she's very fun to watch. Like, while she's murdering people, she's like eating fucking hot Cheetos and like drinking, you know, soda. And like that's her only food throughout the entire show. She's just eating junk food.
Okay.
And at one point, she like meets someone with like a horrible eating disorder, and like they make him like relapse. And so there's a scene of like they're eating on like the counter and like having sex while eating junk food. It's fun. There's some fun scenes and there's some good scenes. But overall, especially the ending, it's just lame. You know exactly where it's going, and it's supposed to be this big message about like role models and loss, and I guess like a statement on what we do with these like, you know, Twitter trolls of like, what if they were actually? That's basically the thing. Like, what if a Twitter troll really like murdered people?
Fun.
It's like the least interesting, like 2019 take.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know if people like the show. I just know it just came out, and I think people are talking about it. So we can put that in the thumbnail.
Sounds like something that
or the title or whatever. I don't know.
Sounds like something that could have been good.
Yeah. Well, isn't that most things?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Some things you see or hear about, and you know immediately that's gonna suck.
Yeah, but they always still could be good.
I guess.
Like, everyone thought Pacific Rim was gonna be a big old piece of shit when it was like announced.
I like that.
And that's like my favorite movie. I watched that movie and I almost cried.
Really?
During some of the scenes. Yeah, I was like, fuck yeah, dude.
It's
awesome. It's so cool.
I have a hot take.
He has a sword.
He has
a fucking sword. What? What's your hot take?
I recently watched John Wick 1 and 2 yesterday.
Oh, you did? They're not that
They
good.
suck.
Well, hold your horses. I've only seen the first one, so I don't know.
The
about
second
the
one's
other.
better.
It's better.
The second one is better.
I like the premise.
And that's like unanimously agreed is that 2 and 3 are better than the first one.
Really?
Yeah.
See, anything I've seen of the second and third one, I just kind of think it's stupid. Like the third one, he's like smacking horses on the ass and like having them kick people in, like a stable. It's like I don't know. This is too stupid. Like the first one seems kind of grounded in reality. I think that's why I liked it.
The second one is too.
Uh-huh.
The second one is just more of the first movie.
Well, they're all like that. All of the movies.
Yeah.
It's just
but it's like almost the same plot too.
I think they're all like that, kind of.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever. So yeah, you didn't like them. Why not?
Yeah.
To have a conversation.
The second one is more.
we're gonna have a back and forth like a podcast.
The second one is more okay with me.
Okay.
Because it fixes some of the issues I had with the first one.
Well, what are the issues?
But the first one, the issue I had mostly was that it feels like if you took a 3-hour movie and you cut out all of the plot, the dialogue,
the movie part,
all of the filler, if you cut out all of the movie and just left the action scenes, that's what the first one feels like.
Well, I think you just described an action movie.
But there was nothing. Like John Wick barely ever speaks.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of the niche.
I get that, like that's his thing.
Well, these movies are what this is. They're like pure action films.
I don't know if it's because I'm getting old.
Yeah. You're like, this is just noise.
Yeah, I'm just like, all right, he's killing
people. You are
people.
fucking old, dude. This is just, it's like you watching Dread and you're like, he's just shooting people.
Yeah, like, I don't know. Fuck? I didn't get the appeal.
Okay.
And yeah, it felt like just a ton of shit was missing.
And
there was no, like, bigger action scenes or greater fights or anything.
You don't think it, like, builds? I think it does.
It's just a consistent, he's killing people.
Yeah, but there's a crescendo of, like, scale. Like, at the end of the movie, they're, like, throwing cars at each other and stuff, which is kind of cool, I think. I don't remember it all that well. I only saw it once. I like the premise. Like, he's an ex-hitman and, you know.
Yeah, it's cool.
They kill his, like, dog.
Yeah.
It's a simple... I get... Yeah, like... Having it all be action does kind of feel like if you're looking at it objectively as just like a film, I could see how that's like annoying and a lot of people can't like be attached to that. Well, I don't know. I like one of my favorite movies is The Raid.
I watched that the other week.
And too. That movie is
I love that movie.
Is just an action scene
but
stretched out between an hour and a half.
There's dialogue and there's like a plot and
shit like that in John Wick also. I think The Raid is a lot better. I'm not comparing them, but I'm just saying like you can make a movie like that.
And like
I'd have to watch it. I have to watch this. I don't know.
I think I
have all three of them.
I think Blu-ray. The years and years and years of people telling me to watch it and telling me it's really good.
That's why I haven't seen them.
Like if I had seen it when it came out, I probably would have really liked it.
Yeah, I missed the boat also, like when they came out.
Yeah.
And then everyone was like, oh fuck it. My dad was like, oh you
gotta, so good.
Gotta see these movies, man, it's fucking crazy. And like I'm like, all right, I will. And then I never did. And then everyone talked shit about was like, you haven't seen? You don't even know what John Wick is? What the fuck? And then just it turned me off.
Yeah.
But I watched the first one at like night school. They like peer pressured the teacher. Like we were not supposed to watch that movie.
No.
They like peer pressured the teacher to put it on. Like no, it's about like we were reading. We were talking about like mobsters in like the 50s. Like, this movie's about like gangsters and stuff. Like we'll learn something out of this.
Yeah.
And we put it on.
I think it's just
okay.
It felt empty.
Yeah.
Like there just wasn't much more to it other than the action. The action was okay. It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
But it's just, it felt like it was missing some shit. And the second one kind of helps that because they were like recurring characters that he's fighting.
Yeah.
Not just regular. I mean, I guess in the first one, he's fighting the son and the guy. He's looking for him. But in the second one, it's not that. There's not like, I mean, there is spoilers, I guess. he is going for one specific person.
Yeah, it's the brother. It's like the son of the mob boss, right? In the first one.
In the first one, yeah.
Okay.
And in the second one, he gets some guy hires him to kill his sister. He wants her seat in like this table. She gets it because her dad died.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a hitman like club,
Okay.
and she gets like the table rights because her dad died and he left it to her. But
Okay.
the son wants the rights, so he hires John Wick.
You're losing me.
I don't know how.
That's the plot. No, just like interest. Like.
Oh yeah, yeah, exactly. And
I'm following you, but I just don't care.
so the brother has John Wick kill his sister,
Okay.
so that the brother can now have the throne. But now the brother like double crosses him. It's like, good surprise! I'm gonna fucking kill everyone.
Yeah.
So the main plot,
Yeah.
less than halfway through the movie, he kills his sister, and it's done.
Okay.
So then the rest of the movie is now we got to kill him, the guy who hired.
Oh, okay.
But in between that, there's recurring characters that you have to fight. And
yeah, it would be better like a video game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's recurring characters, so there's like weight to what he's doing, as opposed to just he's running around and just immediately killing random people the whole movie like the first one.
Okay.
So it feels more finished than the first one.
Yeah.
It feels like there's more to it.
The first movie, the plot should have been they cut off John Wick's penis. And the whole movie, he's trying to get his
trying
penis.
to get his cock back.
Trying to get his penis back. It's like
I would have
wife.
enjoyed it more. I think.
I think so. I think more people would have gravitated towards that.
And yeah, I haven't seen the third one, but they already established what the third one's gonna be at the end of the second one. So okay.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know.
But yeah, it was just those movies were not good to me.
I have no opinion, so I don't know. It's the least interesting podcast.
Everyone
right
I
now.
know has been telling me over and over again to watch these movies.
Yeah.
That they're really good. And I couldn't. I was so bored.
Everyone told me to watch this movie, and I did not enjoy it.
It sucked. And I feel like that's because those movies all scored really well, like in ratings and everything.
I guess. I don't know. I think people were kind of hyped just that Keanu Reeves was back doing movies.
I guess.
I think
that
was
that's the
a
whole
lot
thing.
of it too. Yeah. Because before that, he didn't really do much.
And
do much.
Like.
That was before like the Bill and Ted reboot and like.
Yeah.
Before like Cyberpunk.
Yeah, he was kind of off the grid.
Yeah, he wasn't really in a lot of stuff. That was kind of his comeback movie.
And I was also told like the action scenes are so cool and he's so good at fighting, but they're like it's choreographed so poorly. Like there's multiple scenes where you can see the other guy just waiting for his cue.
Yeah.
Like he's about to stab John Wick, but then he's just standing there with a knife and giving Keanu Reeves 3 seconds for him to grab the.
I mean, I don't know. Like if you can pick apart like 85% of the movies that you like if you do that. Like I don't know.
It's just I don't know. It was very obviously poorly choreographed.
That's how I felt. It's totally different movie, but have you seen the Northman?
No.
Have you seen the Northman, dude? Oh, dude. Have you seen The Witch? Have you seen The Witch?
The Witch.
Oh, you guys see The Witch. The Northman is like an action movie version of The Witch, okay? No, but I felt like that. I felt like that about the first scene in The Northman because it's the same kind of thing where it's like a big action scene. Everything feels very staged. Of like a guy like comes in, he's like, "Whoa!" and like cuts the guy off the horse, and like he's the main actor, whatever Skarsgård, whichever one. It looks like he's staged.
Yeah.
Staged like play. It looks like a play fight, like people like hitting swords in like a play or whatever. But gradually the movie gets better. Like the scenes get better. But I had that same feeling initially watching that movie in theaters. Like, holy shit, this is the movie that people were talking about.
Holy fuck!
Like there was a weird CGI like tree of life thing that looked awful, and I was like, oh fucking. This guy made some of like my favorite movies, and this is just a piece of shit. But it wasn't. It was a good movie, but initially.
But yeah, that issue wasn't apparent in the second one because they got like a way bigger budget.
Okay.
And in the first one, like the budget was so low, you can tell just how bad shit was. Like there was a scene towards the end where it's like pouring rain, but it's very clearly just like a hose spraying water everywhere.
Yeah.
It
That's
just
kind of fun.
Yeah, it was rough, but I'll watch the third and fourth now, I guess.
Yeah, there's a fourth one in theaters.
So
I couldn't give a shit less about
I
the fourth.
I don't care. I guess I'll go see it. But
movies are so expensive. You can't just like do that. It's like, oh yeah, let's go see the movie.
oh, I guess I'll go see that.
It's like,
yeah,
no,
you
it's
have
like-
to really
it's an
want to see
$18 money sink into something that you're gonna fall asleep to.
Yeah,
Take
and
a
that's
nap.
if you go alone.
Spend $18 for a nap.
Yeah,
I've been doing that. That makes me feel old. I've been just falling asleep during movies now, like very frequently.
I fell asleep when we went to go see Candyman.
Yeah, you
I
did.
slept through that like the whole.
You started
movie.
snoring too really loud. I was like, I know this movie sucks, but like, you can't do this. This is fucked up.
No one tried
You're
to wake me up.
It's like people getting murdered on screen. It's fucked
That
up.
movie fucking sucked.
Yeah, that was pretty horrendous.
Yeah.
Candyman. That was God, I haven't thought about that in a while.
I think that's the
Fuck,
only
yeah, that
movie I've
that
fallen asleep
Movie
to.
sucks fucking ass. Yeah, I haven't really fallen asleep during movie theater movies, but like just like when I'm on the couch, I fall asleep.
Oh
to,
yeah,
like,
all the time. Yeah.
like we were watching Suspiria. It's like a witch movie, but it's like 3 hours long. It's really good, but holy shit, it's 3 hours long. Like,
Yeah,
I felt like an old man. I got 2 in. I was just like,
yeah, I felt that
like,
recently.
I fall asleep. Like it's like a scene where there's like a cult and they're about to do something, and I fall asleep and I wake up. And this lady, her like chest is open, and there's like a monster murdering people, and like shit's exploding, and the screen is like red, and the frame rate is like chopped in half, so everything's moving. I was like, "Am I having a fever dream right now? Is this real? Is this happening?" I hate that feeling. I hate the feeling of watching a movie, falling asleep, and waking up and it's still on.
Yeah.
I hate it. Something like just a visceral. Something in me is just like, that is wrong. Like, I can't watch this anymore. Turn it off. Like it really, I like turn. It freaks me out. I don't know why. It does.
It's because you fell asleep and you feel like more time should have passed than it did.
I think it makes me feel like it's like the next day, or like I'm reliving the same day, or like something in my brain. It's like, I just can't process it. I can't process like. I can't. I don't know why. I just can't. I have no clue.
Huh. It's interesting.
Yeah. If you want like a better version of John Wick, you should watch Dredd, the Judge Dredd movie. Carl Urban. That movie's awesome. The same kind of thing. It's a very simple premise of like 2 judges get stuck in like a building with drug dealers, and they have to get out. And the rest of the movie is basically just them murdering people, but it's really good. Nothing else to say about it.
I did
Go watch Dredd. Go support Dredd. I'm waiting on a sequel, baby. It's been 11 years.
It's been a long time.
But it's gonna have if enough people buy the movie on Amazon
they
Prime.
They did a Dread Warzone pack, so maybe it's getting more popular. I mean,
they did a Donnie Darko pack too. Do you think we're getting Donnie Darko too? This one's
definitely not.
This one's Jake Gyllenhaal is playing himself, and he's having sex with a 23-year-old in the suit.
I did watch The Raid recently, like last
That
week.
movie's so good.
It's so fucking good.
I saw the second one in theaters. I'm thinking about it now. It's giving me chills. I've never had a better experience in the movie theater than watching The Raid 2.
Huh.
Like, it's just a strange Indonesian cult film, and it was the best time I've ever had in the movie theater. I was fit. You know how people like clap for like an airplane after this? Like, oh! during the last action scene of that movie, I was just like, oh, fuck. Like, I was losing my mind. Like, even thinking about that experience, not the movie, just the experience, I'm like getting like good feelings in my body.
Huh.
I've never been happier in that
I haven't
moment.
actually seen the second movie.
I tried to put it on one time like 3 years ago, and you just like weren't
Really?
into it at all. Yeah.
Because I really like the first one.
It's a lot different than the first one.
Is it?
Yeah, it's there's a plot.
It's not just
So
get out
that's
of the building.
interesting. Yes. And it's also like 2.5 hours. But The Raid 2 is not ironically the best action movie I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
Yeah. There's nothing that comes close to it in my opinion. Which is funny because there's actually not that much in it. Especially compared to the first movie, but it's also twice as long as the first movie.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you could really compare it, but yeah, The Raid 2. I've never been happier in my life. I think than in that moment of watching it in the theater. I don't think I've ever overcome that. I'm thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, I don't think I've ever
That's
had
your peak. That's
of my life.
The Raid 2.
I was like 13 years old seeing that movie, and I was like, yeah, this is the best thing.
This is as good as it's going to get.
I'm never going to be happier.
Yeah. So sad.
I don't know, man. That's awesome. I think it's cool. I think it's sick. Dude, when the guy like kicks out his razor challenge and like they start fighting, Rami takes his razor challenge and starts like clashing with the karambits. Yeah.
I guess I gotta watch this movie now.
I should watch that movie, yeah. It is, not ironically, like one of my favorite films. Yeah.
Films.
It is a film.
Because I really, really like the first one. So I'm not opposed to constant
You'll like
action.
the second one. Well, the second one isn't.
I know.
There's a plot. So you'll probably like it more,
Yeah.
actually, because there is like an overarching thing. But Mike Shinoda doesn't do the music for this one.
That's sad.
Fucking deal breaker, I know. I loved the first track of the first one's track list.
Me too.
It is kind of funny watching the first one with Mike Shinoda's music because you can choose to turn it off or on. Watching it is like, yeah, this is the Linkin Park guy doing the music for a movie.
Yeah.
It's pretty blatant. It works, I guess, but it's like, I don't know if I'd choose like edgy alt rock for Indonesian halls and
Wouldn't
building.
be my first pick.
Yeah.
No.
Weirdly enough, the Raid and Dread have the exact same premise.
Really?
Of,
Oh
like,
yeah, because when you said that,
cops getting trapped in a big drug dealer building.
yeah, because when you first said
It's
that
exactly
about Dread, I
the-
was like,
Yeah.
that sounds like the Raid.
It's exactly the same plot, and they came out around the same time. So I don't know if like one gypped the other, but
Huh.
yeah, pretty cool. They're both good movies. This is the Good Movie Podcast, where we talk about good movies.
We like good movies.
I don't know, man. Like it's nice to talk about something you like for a change.
It's true.
There's so much bullshit coming out. I'm that guy now.
Yeah. That's
There's just nothing good on fucking TV anymore. Let's go back to the classics. I'm gonna watch fucking From Beyond over and over again. My head explodes.
Dude, have you seen Firefly?
Have you seen Eraserhead? Now that's a movie. I'm not talking shit. I like that movie, but that's definitely like one of the movies where like that annoying guy is like, oh, dude, you haven't even seen movies until you've seen this movie. You don't even know what a movie is. Or no, that guy's actually like, you haven't seen a movie until you've seen fucking Serenity. You haven't seen a movie until you've seen The Chronicles of Riddick, okay?
All right.
No one knows what that is anymore.
No. I'm surprised I know what that is. I feel like I
forget-
shouldn't.
I
know what
forget that
is.
is kind of like a cult movie. I thought it
Yeah.
was more popular than it was, but I guess it flopped. I don't know. No one liked Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel. I've never seen any of the Fast and Furious movies.
You haven't seen any of them?
Literally none of them.
Really?
I've seen half of like the 5th one.
That's not the worst one.
That's the one with the Rock. They introduced the Rock. I think.
Yeah.
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 Not even half. I've seen 10 minutes of the 5th one. I don't even know what is it even about. I know the first couple movies are about like the cars.
After the second one, I couldn't tell you what the plots really are.
But then like the 8th one is like, we've taken over all of the cars in the city. It sounds like a Lego commercial.
Yeah.
Help the Ninjagos take over Ninjago Land with cars. Sounds like the plot of like a Saturday morning cartoon.
I will say the first movie is not ironically just a good movie.
Is it?
It's an okay movie.
I've seen clips of just like the guys in the car. Like, you like going fast? It's like Paul Walker, like, nice car.
Nice car. I like the first.
You want to race?
Well, yeah, it is a fucking street racing.
That's the
movie.
only thing I've seen.
But there is a plot.
Is there? Or is it Paul Walker and Vin Diesel just...
So Paul Walker is an undercover cop, and he's trying to like bust like street racers.
The worst crime of America.
Yeah, it's so like played up where the head detective is like, street racing has plagued our city. it's fucking terrible.
Okay.
But yeah, he's like an undercover cop, and he's like pretending to be like a racer.
Yeah.
To like bust all these guys.
It doesn't surprise me that you've watched these movies. You were one of those car guys.
Yeah, I was like a car dude for a bit.
I feel like only car guys watch Fast and Furious movies.
Yeah.
You know, like the guy at like the corner store, like, yo man, like, bro, like imagine, bro, like I just saw Fast 6 and I was like, that Audi, I was like, what if I had that?
And you get the NPC.
What if we had that? And like, I was like, what if we got like $1 million? And like, if we had a hat, and it was like, has a stroke and dies in front of you.
You got the NPC like counterman who's just like, maybe one day, boss.
Yeah, yeah. To protect yourself from getting stabbed, you got to be like, yep, one day,
I
buddy.
think you could do it. Never give up.
Yo, could I get the bacon, egg, and cheese the Ocky way?
Way to come full circle.
Yeah, I bring jokes back. We're a comedy podcast. We know how to do comedy.
We know a little bit about
Chef comedy, as Cody Ko would say. But yeah, I think I just did the Smiling Friends bit.
Why the long face?
Oh, yeah, I'm kind of like freaking pissed off, man.
The guy that approached on the street, like,
Oh.
get out of my freaking head! You're in my head! You know that.
Yeah.
That bit. I just did that.
Yeah.
I'm ripping off people already.
Look at that.
Who's gonna stop me?
Right at the start, so you know what to expect.
Technically, we've been doing this for 2 years.
All right. Well,
So like,
technically, this
We're-
is like our 6th episode.
we're a well-established podcast.
We've been in this business for a while.
For a while. We know how this goes. Believe
we know
me.
a thing or two.
We know
about
how to
this.
record with a phone, okay? We know how to set up lights. I mean, these were here already.
They're floating around in this
They're
can.
floating around in water.
They're buoy
Should
lights.
we do that? Should we edit like a slow like bob? Not like it's like no one's gonna really notice it, but just like if you if you scrub through it, just be like,
See us, yeah.
yeah.
Sounds like a nightmare to
Yeah,
do.
that's too much work. Sorry guys. Sorry boss.
You won't get it.
We're doing this because it's easier than doing the floating heads. Sorry.
I never want to do those again.
Yeah, those are unless this shit cut out, but I don't think so.
No, I can still see it going.
Oh yeah,
We're good, baby. First full video.
let's try, baby.
First full video podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed.
Are we ending?
I guess.
No, we don't have to.
Nope.
We can keep going. I got stuff in the bear. We got to make up for last week.
We do. Yeah, we didn't.
We didn't do an episode.
It's gonna be a slightly longer one.
Yeah, we won't do 2 hours. Don't get too excited. But
Got some notes.
Looking through my notes. Oh yeah, who would you have like a guest, like any guest? Who would you have on the show?
Any guess?
Yeah, anyone. If you need time to think, I have one already.
Okay, what's your?
So I think I'd have like Logan Paul on the show.
You would.
Yeah, I think I'd take that because he's so popular and so big. Like he's made enough money to last him for the rest. He doesn't have to work again, and he's like 26 years old, right?
Yeah.
Or like 28 or whatever. So I was thinking about it. I was like, what could I do? This small, modest show. What could I do to like affect his life in any real way, right? Well, obviously our show would have to have a little traction for him to be on. So okay,
Right.
let's say we have like 1 million subs. We're like Cold Ones, right? That's a good example of like a stupid podcast. We're like Cold Ones, and we get Logan Paul on the show. I guess even at that level, nothing we can do. No, not even the publicity he would get from the show wouldn't really affect him all that much,
Right.
Unless he like hit us or whatever,
Yeah.
or murdered us.
Shot one of us.
Yeah, like did an ISIS beheading video.
Yeah.
I think I would just like waste his time, because that's the only thing I could imagine him getting pissed about. Like just like a
Right.
total waste of like an afternoon
Yeah.
or a day, or like I'd have him like fly himself out here, if he really wanted to do that. Like I'd like peer pressure him into doing the show, and then like have him like fly out here himself. He flies first class from California, so that's like a fucking $10,000 ticket, right, or something stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Or I don't know.
Probably not.
That's how poor I am. I don't even
Yeah, I
know
don't
what
even- I
a
don't know
first
for-
class ticket is.
I feel like it'd be like $2,000.
I think they get pretty expensive.
Yeah.
But anyway, whatever. So yeah, I'd have him pay himself to fly here. We'd bring him here, even if we had a different set. We'd bring him to this piece of shit. Have him like sit like right here. He's like a big guy, just. And then I would ask him just like the most useless bullshit questions, like, so what made you want to become so famous?
He's just.
Like, what made you want to? Because like you're a successful guy. Like, what made you want to be so successful in your life? And like play it totally straight. Not even.
Yeah.
Or like, like, what does it feel like to be such a good person?
I feel like he'd play it all. He'd be like, I don't know, man. I just do what I can.
I feel like it would throw him off to the point where it'd be like, oh, I don't know, like,
I
like
haven't thought about that.
because like who's ever said that to him?
Yeah, nobody.
Like even guys who have him on a show who are like just sucking his dick relentlessly they have never gone to so far as like, why are you such a good person? I feel like that would fuck with him a little bit. And then at the end of the show, I'd have him react to like the Suicide Force video, I think, to end it off. And then he'd like storm off, and we get like the thumbnail bit,
Yeah.
or like the clickbait,
Yeah.
But at the very end, so we like get time to fuck with him. Kind of like I guess I'm just doing the Eric Andre show on him. Is what I'm
that's
explaining.
what I was thinking about.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But like not as like overtly like weird, just like sort of slightly uncomfortable the whole time.
I'd get Hayden Christensen and talk about Jumper the whole time.
That's actually a better answer. I would love to have Hayden Christensen. That would be awesome. Yeah, and just talk about,
like,
his bullshit roles.
I love the Vanishing on 7th Street.
Don't even mention Star Wars.
No Star Wars talk at all.
Or if it's Star Wars, talk about, dude, I loved you as baby Anakin. Actually, that wasn't me. No, it was you.
No, yeah, no.
It was definitely you.
Anakin.
Yeah, Anakin Skywalker.
That is you.
You're trying to trick me with your little Jedi mind tricks, buddy. I'm not falling for it. Yeah, that'd be awesome. I love John. We went to Comic-Con like 2 years ago at this point?
Yeah, I think it was 2 years ago.
2 years ago, and I paid like $200, I think, to have this photo op with Hayden Christensen.
I think it was like a $150 each.
No, it was like $200.
Was it?
In total? Yeah, because I remember it was like the last of my bank account. I was like, well, I want to spend it on something. So yeah, we paid to see Hayden Christensen, and you could see this line. You know what this line looks and smells like, right? It's like just people in cosplay. Everyone's playing the Mandalorian, right? Because that just came out, I think. So everyone has a Baby Yoda, and or it's like 50 to 45-year-old men in like way too tight black t-shirts and jeans with like their electronics gamer backpack, with like a poster of episode 2 or something for him to sign, even though he didn't do that.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're waiting on this line. We waited for like an hour and a half on this fucking line. Just to go up there and
we get there in the room. He wasn't even like next to it. There was like a glass wall.
Yeah, it was height. It was like the height of COVID, so everyone was fucking panicked. So yeah, it was like we were looking through a monkey through like a zoo.
Yeah, he was like an exhibit.
He was yeah, he was a pane of glass between us and him, and he's just like, hi. And yeah, we go up to him, and we both say, I think in unison, we're like, nice to meet you, man. We love Jumper. I looked him straight in his eyes.
Yeah, I stared right at him.
And he was like, okay. And then our photo, we'll put it up, is just us like. And then we left. I hope that had some sort of lasting effect on him.
I hope he
I don't remember. I hope he doesn't. Like, I don't hope for any. Like, I don't think he'll remember our faces or like who we are. But like, just that feeling of like, oh,
Jumper.
Yeah, like holy shit, Jumper. What the fuck? Because I guarantee you, we were the only ones to say that day.
No one else said that.
Everyone was fucking throwing their lightsabers up. There's no shot anyone else said we love Jumper.
No, never.
And then we went home and watched the movie. It's pretty funny.
Love Jumper. I watched that again recently, a couple weeks ago. Yeah.
All I remember is the scene of him. He's younger, and he's like his friend falls through the ice.
Oh, he falls through the
ice.
Oh,
he falls through the ice? Oh, they were remembering a different movie. I remember him, like, his friend falls through the ice, and he, like, jumps under the ice and picks him back up or something.
No, he, like, the snow globe, like, rolls out onto the ice, and he, like, chases it.
Oh, okay.
To get the snow globe, and he's like, I got it, and then he just falls.
Okay. Yeah. I remember Sam Jackson being, like, a Jumper racist or whatever.
Yeah, like
he hated people who could teleport.
It was, like, a genocide on all the Jumpers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird movie.
I just that Irish and or Scottish. I don't know.
That guy. Yeah.
His accent is ambiguous, but it's just.
I think he.
Oh, you thought you were the only one?
Thought you're the only one with a fucking power. And he leaves. And then like the climax of the movie, he like jumps he teleports like a house into like the ocean.
I mean, that's like basically the end of the movie. That is the end of the movie.
Yeah, the final sort of action scene or whatever.
He teleports like the whole apartment,
and
not the whole building, just like the square of the apartment.
Yeah, like
is cut out.
Yeah, however that.
Because
works.
like earlier in the movie, the Irish and or Scottish guy is just like, a new guy tried to jump a whole building once, and Hayden Christensen's like, oh, what happened to him? And he's like, oh yeah, fucking killed him. Yeah.
He's like, will do it.
And there's like a close up of his face, like.
Yeah, it's like very clear, like this is gonna happen.
He's gonna try it.
He's gonna be in a predicament where he has to do it.
And there's a lot of Hayden Christensen like screaming in that movie, where he's just like,
ah! Ooh!
Yeah.
And then the last day, I bought a $450 toy truck. That I almost a week later sold because it was a mistake.
$450 on an Optimus Prime.
Well, hold on. Masterpiece MP44
toy truck
with the trailer.
Toy truck.
Mint condition. In the box.
Toy
Optimus Prime.
Truck.
Transforming toy truck. Yeah. Dude, how much do you think this thing is?
I don't want to know how much.
$450.
Fucking.
I didn't pay for that, but yeah, that's how much it is. Well, now resale value. Retail, it's like $150, but Now these things go for a pretty penny. Don't ask what this is. You won't know.
I don't even know.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a mistake. That was one of, like, I've bought a lot of stuff in the past. I don't regret a lot of it. That was one of the things I like. That was ridiculous.
Insane.
And I haggled the guy down. Remember, I haggled him down from 500.
Yeah, you like bartered with him to get it there.
Well, it was like that. It was the last day of the show. And they were closing up. They wanted to get rid of this shit, and I was like, "Oh, what's your best price on that? Like the most expensive thing they had."
Yeah.
He was like, I don't know. I paid like $400 for it. I would like to get at least $450. I was like, done.
Deal.
Good day to you, sir. I'll take it. It was cool while
I remember
it lasted.
just standing there.
Yeah, you were like horrendously poor and like just like struggled to eat that day. And I was buying like this fucking toy truck in front of you for like half your rent. I'm not bragging. It's sad. It was cool while it lasted.
It was a nice toy truck for a bit.
It's a really cool toy truck.
It's a really cool
it's
toy truck.
impossible to That's honestly why I got rid of it.
Just because you couldn't play
I
it.
couldn't transform it very well because it is like insane. Like I'll throw like a transforming video of, like for the whole thing, editing Justin like right there. It's literally like it's probably gonna be like a 3-minute long clip of a guy transforming this fucking thing. It is ridiculous. And I didn't want to do that, so I sold it. I don't know what I think I sold it for like $400. Like I lost money on it, but because I like broke the crotch part while I was trying to transfer. That was the sign. I was like, all right, you know what? This is my ape,
not happening.
Yeah, my ape brain is too simple for this. I can't do that. I can't do it.
I was for a bit. I was too stupid to fuck with the ape.
The ape prime.
The ape prime.
Apetimus prime. Yeah, that thing's cool. Guess how cool that thing is and how much it is.
5 stars and 300.
$150.
That's not that bad.
No, it's not. It's a really cool toy.
It is a pretty cool toy.
Yeah. But yeah, that's one of the only few like things I've bought. I'm like, yeah, I shouldn't own this.
I regretted all of my Comic-Con purchases every year because all I did was buy fucking mystery boxes.
Yeah, you bought mystery boxes and just pieces of art that you would ruin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like almost immediately.
Destroyed like all of them.
Yeah.
Because
I have a bunch of those.
Like I always was willing to spend money on prints, but I was never willing to spend money on frames.
Yeah, never frames or anything like kind of interesting or like exclusive to the event.
Yeah. Just random
like no art, like artists drawn stuff. You didn't get anything signed really. Like,
Yeah.
like
that Iron
anything
Giant
you do at a
thing
con
I had was signed.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But you also ruined that.
I also ruined that eventually.
Yeah. Yeah, cons are weird.
Yeah.
They aren't. I gotta stop saying weird. If we do have fans, I'm sorry.
Everything's weird.
I will. Yeah, everything in my brain is that's weird.
That's weird.
That's so weird. Yeah. I'm trying to think. I kind of regret that Godzilla right there. That was only like $90 only. That was $90, but I was like, yeah, I don't really need that. I like it. And it's not really worth anything anymore, so I kind of have to keep it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's cool looking.
It is cool. I like Godzilla stuff. I have the personality of a 45-year-old man in a 21-year-old man's body.
You do, yeah. Yeah.
I like Godzilla and Transformers. And toys. And pussy.
Have you seen
I love pussy.
You seen the new I don't even know what they're calling it. You know
What?
the new Transformers with the dino. No, not the dinosaurs.
Not the Dinobots.
Primal Wars.
Yeah, I think it's called like Primal something or
Primal something. Have you seen like the trailer?
Yeah, I've seen it. It looks like a Transformers movie.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It looks kind of. I was kind of.
Bumblebee is okay.
I didn't see the trailer until I was in a theater and saw the trailer in theaters, and I was like, you
Yeah,
know what?
I'll go see it.
I was like, you know what? This looks kind of cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be fucking stupid and
Like they showed like the Cheetah bot,
yeah, Cheetor.
Cheetor, and I was like, you know, I want to see this. Which I haven't said about.
I think that's why trailers exist, Justin.
No, but I haven't said that about a Transformers movie, like ever. I don't, except for like the
that
first
trailer
one.
for that movie.
I want to see that movie.
I think that's gonna be a good movie.
But like, yeah, like saying that about a Transformers movie, like I didn't think I'd say that. But
Yeah, the last one we watched was a horrendous nightmare.
fucking awful.
Transformers: Dark of the Moon is the craziest. Oh, we're gonna have a guest.
We have a guest.
Our first guest.
First guest.
What's your name, miss? Very interesting. What is your take on the political climate of America right now? Whoa! Relax. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Get back in the water.
Jesus.
Gee, fuck.
Anyway,
Gonna have to censor
sorry,
that out.
but yeah, holy fuck. Anyway,
We're not having her again.
no, fuck that. We can't get canceled before our show takes off. Fuck. Anyway, Transformers.
Transformers.
Is it directed by Michael Bay still?
I don't know.
The Bumblebee.
I feel like it would be.
Bumblebee wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
And that's like more of that movies. I don't think.
Maybe not.
Even though Bumblebee is supposed to be like a prequel to the Michael Bay movies.
Yeah.
But now they're kind of retconning that because this movie has the Bumblebee movie designs.
Yeah.
Not
I
the,
noticed that. I
Not
was
the
like,
Michael Bay movie designs.
Yeah.
Which the Bumblebee designs are way better.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, I have a soft spot for like the old Michael Bay design, even though like Optimus Prime looks like a monkey, like actually just like an ape with his fucking lips.
Yeah, the lips are weird.
I think the designs are cool. I think Megatron looks cool, and people don't like Starscream the way he look, like the chip body he has, like the sort of triangle. I think it's kind of.
I like
I don't
it.
know.
Because he turns into like a fighter.
I just have
right?
more of a problem that they turned Optimus Prime into like a raging murderer in those
He's
films.
really happy to kill.
He's like no other choice. Like, we have to kill Megatron, and then he just like decapitates him immediately.
Yeah.
Like no remorse.
Yeah,
And like the
he's-
third movie, especially like Dark, like the whole plot is like Cybertron's like coming to Earth.
Yeah.
So like Optimus Prime just has no problem just like murdering his family and friends from like this world, like his own, where he's like, "Get off my world," and just like tears apart
Yeah.
like colleagues
brutal.
apparently. Yeah, it's fucked up. He just doesn't care. Like the whole movie is like, we have to bring Cybertron's culture to us, and Optimus like, no, blow it up.
And
It's not even a question about like the culture and like you know, say maybe you guys could cohabit. Like, no, I like people. It just blows up the fucking
humans only.
He's genociding his own people.
Yeah.
In that movie. It's pretty funny.
And he's having a blast.
Yeah, he's
doing
having
it.
he's like flying around like, with wings. And
Gets caught in a crane.
some fucking tentacle monster just shows up and it's supposed to be Shockwave, and you're like, what the fuck? What the fuck is even? They go to Chernobyl? That's how the story starts. They find a piece of an Autobot ship on Chernobyl.
Yeah, that's what caused
The
nuclear
heart of like the
explosion.
power plant that, you know, murdered all those people was an Autobot ship part.
Yeah. Their fault. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, it was actually the
It
Transformers
was
that
the
nuked you guys.
Transformers. Let's blame that. I feel like if we discover aliens, like aliens
Yeah.
come to Earth, we'll just start blaming them for everything
Yeah.
we've done.
No, dude, it was the gray aliens that did 9/11. You
Yeah,
could see
like-
it. You could see his
There
head.
they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I feel like we would eventually just start.
I think
blaming them.
America definitely would. I don't know about the
Yeah.
rest
Well,
of the
not
world.
the rest, but
but
us.
yeah, we'd
I
be
feel
like,
we.
oh, it was aliens.
Oh, Pearl Harbor was the aliens.
The Japanese are aliens.
Ah.
I don't have anything against the Japanese. I just I think the image is funny of alien in like a like a Japan soldier
like
uniform.
Fighter. Like.
Yeah. No, it's funny. Like, if that was like the American propaganda we were trying to use to like change our youth, it was like, you might think that the Japanese are people, but actually NASA found out that Japan is on the moon.
They're fucking aliens.
The Japan is on the moon, and we gotta fucking blow them up here. I think that's like it's like a Dr. Seuss drawing of like an alien and like a kamikaze like fighter jet.
The alien wearing the Japanese bandana like feels like something that.
No, not the bandana.
What?
That's not what I meant.
Oh, because I feel like I've seen that.
Now that's racist.
No, I feel like I've seen that straight out of like South Park.
Oh yeah, I think they did do that.
I think they
bit.
did.
Fuck.
Yeah.
It's a classic moment of Simpsons did it,
Simpsons did it.
which South Park did an episode on. You know about that?
No.
No, it's the idea of like just because one piece of media did one thing a billion years ago with this show that has 50 seasons means like just because someone else did it means if you did it, it's like automatically a bad like product. And South Park was getting a lot of shit back in the day because people were saying, "Oh, this is just a Simpsons copy," even though Simpsons is, has been around so long, like it's inevitable that jokes are going to overlap. Like,
Yeah.
You can say the same shit about Seinfeld. People like steal, like people make like stupid cuts of like famous comedians doing bits that are like kind of similar in premise to like a Seinfeld episode, even though there's like 12 seasons of Seinfeld.
Yeah.
And it's just inevitable. So like that's what I was referencing. It's called like Simpsons did it, and South Park did an episode.
That's pretty cool.
Criticizing that outlook. Yeah, it is pretty cool.
Oh,
But now you can just kind of say the same thing about South Park, because South Park's been around for so fucking long. It's on its like 20th season or something.
South Park did it.
Yeah, basically, because The Simpsons isn't relevant anymore. No one fucking gives a shit.
No.
I know it's still on.
Yeah.
I think.
I don't know if it'll ever. Really.
Homer drives a Tesla. That's fun.
Does he actually?
It's branded. It's like a branded. He drives a Tesla, not the classic pink car anymore. Yeah, The Simpsons. I don't even. This is a played out bit. I'm not gonna like go into it. But yeah, The Simpsons is like a joke.
Jesus, yeah.
Yeah, but everyone's known that for a while. But yeah. Anyway, what was I saying? What was I talking about?
Japanese aliens.
Oh yeah. No, I was talking about like the Japanese and like the classic like
propaganda.
World War I like uniform.
Right. Okay.
Not the fucking white headbands
The white
with the
headband
red
with
sun
the red,
on it.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Because I'm pretty sure I've seen that, like an alien.
Yeah, I
wearing
think that is a bit. But no, yeah, it'd be funny. It just, yeah, and like kids were convinced of that. Like, oh, they're aliens.
Oh, they're aliens.
Oh, they're not from here. Hell yeah, brother! Let's get her done. Woo! And we do call immigrants aliens.
We
so.
do. I feel like we shouldn't. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's weird that people get away with that, even when they're not being racist.
Yeah. Like that's an okay term.
Well, I guess like most people who do say illegal aliens, they're usually not on the cool side of immigration.
Yeah, I don't think so.
So,
Huh.
God, I had a family member or someone who was like an ICE, or he knew a guy who was in like who was part of ICE, who was like the head guy in like a section of the wall or the border or whatever the fuck. And like, I think he was talking about how hard his job must be. And, I had to make the obvious observation of, yeah, it is really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really hard being out there all day in the sun.
I bet it is. Yeah.
Thanksgiving turkey is really dry, isn't it? White people don't know how to make Thanksgiving dinner. White people be like,
Uh.
what do you think? What do you think Ray Liotta thought about like right before he died? I think it was like spaghetti or something.
Meatballs.
Yeah, like pasta, some good pasta. Or like the scene of Goodfellas when they're making dinner. You think he just thought that scene in his head?
It just played back for him.
He slowly drifted to death. Frankie used to cut the fucking garlic so thin it used to dissolve in the... You know, Joey made a very good sauce. He used 3 large onions. Now, I think it was too oniony of a